Welcome to my next Shameless Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you are caught up to the point where I am, every watch you're watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. I've already seen Shameless all the way through one time. There are a few episodes here and there that I have seen multiple times, and for the most part, Shameless is a really solid show. I know here towards the end, the quality has taken a big dip, especially when Fiona left. But even that last season, I didn't think was the best. But for the most part, again, Shameless is a really solid show. If you want to jump ahead a bit, and assuming you've seen every single episode of Shameless, I did record a series finale rant video shortly after the series finale aired. If you want to see that video, I'll put the link right here with about 20 seconds left to go. That'll be the end screen if you want to check that video out. One of the more popular videos on my channel. So let's talk about this awesome and amazing show. I don't have very many more episodes left. With all that said, this will be Shameless Season 11, Episode 9. The title of this episode is called Survivors. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So Mickey is actually really upset about Terry Malkovich's death. He tells Ian it's his fucking fault because he hired the nun. Remember, a nun put a bag over Terry's head to, take him out. And Debbie has fixed the drywall that Lip had broke with the sledgehammer, which pisses Lip off, as Lip wants to sell the house, and Debbie has no interest in that whatsoever. Debbie says we're not selling the house, and Lip says we are selling the house. Frank asks why are we selling the house, and Frank says it's time for me to step up and be a father. Carol's concerned that V left the girls with Kev. Why would you be concerned that Kev has the girls? Interesting. Frank has some blueprints that he grabbed from the attic, and he actually gets a little startled when Carl comes upstairs with his cop uniform on, as Frank forgot who Carl was for a second there, I think. And Frank says he's going to rob an art institute. Brad signs some paperwork for Born Free. Kermit's also surprised that V had left the girls with Kevin, or Kev. Why is Kev all of a sudden an unfit parent? Frank tells Kev about the heist. Frank has to be reminded to get his shot that he asked when he came in for a shot. And he started rambling. Then he's about to leave, and Kev's like, Frank, and Frank, of course, drinks his shot. Remember, he has alcoholic dementia. He acknowledges Kermit, he didn't actually remember Kermit for a second. I don't think he did. When he left the thing, Kermit, I don't think he remembered who Kermit was, which is ridiculous. Debbie goes to get a penicillin shot. Well, she thinks she has an STD, and they recommend penicillin. Officer Tipping is back, and Carl has been assigned back to him. Vice no more since he got the accident with the car. There's no more Vice for him, so he's with Tipping again. Tipping seems to be all right. And a black SUV is actually following Brad and Lip. Liam goes to a school concert. He says he's about to be homeless. Carl and Tipping witness someone being evicted, and when they try to pull the person out of their home, they grab a gun. Frank goes to the old folks' home to see Johnny. That's part of his heist crew. Well, Johnny's in a wheelchair now, and he hasn't seen Johnny for 30 years, I believe. Carol likes the sidewalks in Louisville, Kentucky, and V, of course, is like, we got the same sidewalks in Chicago. Ian and Mickey take a box to Rachel that Terry left. So Terry had a box with the name Rachel on there, and they look through the box to find something that had an address. So they take this box to Rachel, and it turns out that Rachel, she tells them Terry was her first love. And there's this big thing where Terry was trying to convert to be a Hebrew, a Jew, and long story short, apparently he killed her dad, and then she cheated on him with somebody else, a black guy, and that might be why Terry doesn't like people of color. Anyway, they try to give Rachel the box because it was her, and she declines, and then she decides that she only wants a picture frame from inside the box. Liam calls Debbie about who his legal guardian is, and Debbie doesn't know. Isn't it Fiona? I don't. Or is it still listed as Monica? Frank goes to see Benjamin, but finds out that Benjamin is dead, another member of the heist crew. Lip and Brad have been taken. They're asked to fix a miniature car, and they do fix it, but he didn't use all the parts, so Lip wants to get out of there as soon as possible. Frank goes to see another member of the crew. Then Frank goes to see Johnny again, as he forgot that he already went to see him. So Frank is really coming in and out of this state where he remembers shit and then he's totally clueless. Liam checks out places on the streets to live, like inside like doorways and like against buildings. Kev asks Kermit to help him out with the kids, and Kev refuses. Ian and Mickey find out Terry's already been transferred, so his body has already been removed from the morgue to a place where they like dump bodies at. Kev finds out that the girls had the candy edibles and some beer. So that, I guess, why this doesn't make any sense. Kev was a really good parent, and all of a sudden he's like, he can't handle the kids apparently, but they did. Gemma and Amy did get some of the edibles, all of them, I think, and had a beer or two. So now they're acting nuts and bonkers. Now we have Liam. He's is available to be a part of Frank's crew. Like, he wants to be a part of Frank's crew, and so Frank says, "No, thank you." Ian and Mickey find where Terry Malkovich is, as he's in a box, and then they're standing there next to the box, and Mickey says, "Fuck you, Terry," and then lights the box on fire. The girls, of course, with eating all those edibles, they have the munchies. Debbie tells Lip she doesn't want to sell the house because that's where she doesn't want Franny to have loneliness. Lip asks Debbie to stop sabotaging the house. She tells Lip, and then Ian thinks he's going to be homeless, and Lip tells Liam that he can live with him and Tammy. He wants Liam to live with him and Tammy. Debbie finds a painting in the living room, like I don't know if I think it's a Picasso. And that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So again, these episodes of season 11 aren't the best. I'll score this one a 6.4 out of 10. My characters of the episode, I'm going to give to Frank and V. Lip was good, Debbie was good, but I'm going to give it to Frank and V. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. Well, I guess I'm mad that there was no Tammy. I don't remember Tammy being in this episode, but like I said, you've heard everything I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please don't forget to Hulk smash the like button. Otherwise, I will send Carl Gallagher after you, and Carl is a straight up gangster. Share this video with a friend that likes Shameless. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode, and who would be your characters of the episode, male and female? Don't forget to click right here for my Shameless series finale rant video, assuming that you've seen every single episode of Shameless, which I'm about to review the finale again. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDevTV.